Students, how are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine at your home. So students, welcome back in your mathematics class. This is class 9th, chapter 13, surface areas and volumes of the given figures, and then lecture 5. This is your lecture 5. So students, in this lecture we will discuss introduction of volume of the cube and cuboid, derivation of formula for cube and cuboid, finding the volume, and then homework solutions of your previous lecture number 4. So solution, students, we will start our lecture with the introduction of volume. What is volume? Now in our previous 4 lectures we discussed about surface areas of different given solid figures. Now the new concept is volume of different solid figures. You have already learned about the volume of certain figures in the earlier classes. So recall the solid object. What is solid object? Which occupies some space. The measure of these occupied space is called the value of the measure or the measurement of these occupied space is called the volume of the object. So student, we have two different definition of the volume. First, if the object is solid, and the second one, if the object is hollow. If we are talking about the volume of a solid like our brick, brick is a solid figure or the solid object and in the form of cuboid. If an object is solid, then the space occupied by such an object is measured and it is the volume of the given figure. If the object is solid, so the space occupied by such object is the volume of the object. If we are talking about hollow, if we are taking a jug, if we are taking an example of a jug is a solid figure but it is a hollow inside. So it is a hollow. When the object, on the other hand, if the object is hollow, then the interior part is empty. We know it very well. We can fill it with the air, with some liquid. So it will take different shapes. So the capacity of the container, the volume of the substance that can fill in the interior, the volume of the substance that can be filled in the interior is called the volume or the capacity of the container. Volume of the container and the capacity of the container. So in the case when hollow figure is given, so the capacity of holding something in it is called the volume of the hollow figure. When object is solid, so the space occupied by the object is volume, and when the object is hollow, so the capacity of containing or holding something in it is called the volume of the object. So students, now in this exercise we will discuss volume of cuboid and cube. So volume of cuboid and cube. Volume of any solid object is the, how we will measure the volume of any solid object. Area or the volume is measured as the magnitude of the region. So area of base multiply with the height, area of the base and multiply with the height is the volume of the cuboid, When we are talking about a cuboid, then it means the most common example of the cuboid, which I already told you, is our room in which we are present right now. So students, so the space, the plane figure of all the 6 faces are the rectangle. All the 6 faces present in the cuboid is rectangle. So the area of the base is The area of the rectangle, it means length into breadth. So the area of the plane region occupied by the each rectangle and multiply by the height is the measure the space occupied by the cuboid. So space occupied by the cuboid is area of rectangle multiply में height, so the area of rectangle in the form of cuboid is length into breadth, and then height is h. So volume of cuboid is LBH. Volume of cuboid is LBH. Now one more important information, students. In last 4 exercises we discussed about surface area and volume, and surface area in volume is measured, surface area is measured in the meter square, centimeter square, it means square units. But when we are talking about the volume, it will be present in metric cube, centimetric cube, because 3 different measurements are present. 1, 2, 3. 1 meter is this, 1 meter is this, and 1 meter. Then meter into meter into meter, it is metric cube. So when we are talking about square, then it means surface area, and when we are talking about the cubic units, then it means it is a volume. It is a hint to measure and observe from the question that he is talking about which thing, surface area or the volume. So volume of the cuboid you already known. Now volume of cube. Volume of cube is when all 3 measurements of the cuboid are same. When length, breadth, height are same, then it become a volume of cuboid. Then if all 3 measurements are same, when length is also a unit, breadth is also a unit, height is also a unit, then it is a cube. Then it is volume of the cube is a cube. So now you know the volume of the cuboid as well as volume of the cube. Now students, we will discuss some questions of exercise 13.5 from NCERT. Exercise 13.5 from NCERT. Like second question, we will take second question. First is very easy. A cuboid water tank is 6 meter long. It means length is 6 meter. And wide, it means breadth is 5 meter, and deep, it means when length, breadth and height is 4.5 meter. How many liters of water can it hold? So it means when he is talking about how many water it can hold, then it means you are able to recognize that it is a question of volume. Beta, it is very easy now because we are doing each and every exercise only based on one fixed or a particular figure. But in exam when the questions are mixed, so it is very important thing. Then how can you recognize that the question is related to which diagram and he is related to surface area or volume? So now the question is how many liters of water it can hold. So it is a question of volume. So we have to take volume of tank, because tank is in the form of cuboid, so it is L into B into H. Formula is the most important thing. You can't miss formula, otherwise marks will be deducted. Now we will put 6 meters, 5 meter and 4.5 meter. Then it is 30 multiplied by 4.5 metric cube, 1, 2, 3 metric cube, and the further after the multiplication it is 135 metric cube. It is 135 metric cube. It is very easy to solve, and we will remove this decimal, put 10 here, 0 cancel with the 0, then 45 multiply with the 3, it is 135 metric cube. But the question he said find the water holding capacity in the liters only. We have to change this metric cube in the liter, and the relation is already given in this question, but you have to learn that 1 metric cube is equal to 1000 liter. Then how we will change it? When 1 metric cube is equal to 1000 liters, so 135 metric cube is equal to how many liters? So we have to multiply, when we will multiply 135 into 1000 liter, then it become 135,000 liter. Correct? So this is the actual capacity of the tank in liters. Now students, we will take another question. So now the third question is also very easy. In third question, volume is already given. So we will take fifth question. So fifth question, the capacity of a cubical tank is 50,000 liter of water. It means the capacity means volume. Volume of tank is already given, which is 50,000 liter. 50,000 liter. Find the breadth of the tank. It means we have to find breadth of tank. And what are the given other two? And length is equal to 2.5 meter, and height is equal to 10 meter. So student, now the question is, these two measurements is already given in the meter, but this volume is given into the liter. So we have to change this volume into the metric cube. We know it very well that the relation is 1 metric cube is equal to 1000 liter. When we will shift to the other side, it means 1000 liter is equal to 1 metric cube. 1 liter is equal to 1 upon 1000 metric cube. Correct? So the 50,000 liter is equal to 50,000 multiply 1, because we multiply 1 with the 50,000, so we have to multiply on the both side, metric cube. Then we will cancel all three zeros, then it is 50 metric cube. Now we will put the formula of volume. So volume of tank, because it is a cuboidal tank, L into B into H. Volume we know it very well, it is 50 metric cube. Length is 2.5 meter. Height is 10 meter, and we have to find breadth. So now we will shift these two terms on the other side. We will shift to the other side. Do not leave any unit. Correct? 2 meters cut with the 2, so 1 is remaining, and now 0 cancel with the 0, and we have 5 upon 2.5, which is B. And when we will remove this decimal, 1 0 is there, 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50. So 2 meter, breadth is 2 meter, breadth is 2 meter. This is your fifth question. So students, now this is your exercise 13.5 from your NCERT. I already explained you about the cuboid, volume of cuboid and volume of cube, and 2 questions are also. So now the homework solution of your previous lecture. Now students, homework solutions of lecture 4. In lecture 4 we discussed surface area of sphere, hemisphere and hollow hemisphere, and a spherical shell also. So from your exercise 13.4 I already took 2 questions from in your lecture number 4. Now another doubt questions. Question number 6. Find the radius of the sphere whose surface area is 154 centimeter square. Most of the students are confused what is given, and we have to find the radius. So the curved surface area, the surface area of the sphere is given. Surface area of sphere is given 154 centimeter square. Formula is 4 pi r square. It means 154 centimeter square is equal to 4 pi r square. We have to find the radius from here. So we have to move these 2 things to the other side, because we want radius only from this side. then r square is equal to 154 pi centimeter square. Then it is r square is equal to 154 4 into 22 into 7. When we will cancel it, then it become r square is equal to 7 into 7 and 2 into 2. So it is also centimeter square, it is also centimeter square. Then r is equal to 7 into 7 2 into 2 centimeter square. When we will take a pair of these two terms, that's 7 upon 2 and centimeter is coming out from this square root, then it is 3.5 centimeter. This is the radius of the given sphere. Now students, question number 7. Question number 7. Question number 7 is diameter of the moon is approximately 1/4 of the diameter of the earth. So diameter of the earth we will take is capital D. So it is diameter of the D is, we will take simple D, and the diameter of moon is 1/4 of the diameter of the earth. So the diameter of the moon is D by 4. It means radius of earth is D by 2 and radius of moon is D by 8, because when we will we will take half of the D by 4, we will write like this. When we have numerator denominator here, so we will change it like this only. When we will shift to this number to the upper side, then it becomes 1/2. So it is D by 8. Now we have radius of earth, radius of moon. So we are going to find the ratio of their surface areas. So ratio of the surface area, then surface area of earth, surface area of moon, which is 4 pi r square, and it is also 4 pi r square. 4 pi cancel with the 4 pi. So the radius of the earth is D by 2, then it is D by 2 whole square, and radius of the moon is D by 8, it means D by 8 whole square. Now we will solve it. Is D square by 4, D square by 4, and it is D square by 64. D square cancel with the D square. When we will take 64 to the upper side, then it become 64 upon 4. Then when we will cancel, it is 16 upon 1. Then it is means 16:1. This is the ratio of the surface area between the earth and the moon according to the given situation. So students, now next question number 9. A right circular cylinder just enclosed a sphere of the radius r. So we have a sphere in it, completely present inside it. This is the radius r, and this is the height of the cylinder. If students, you are easily capable to see this is the radius of the sphere, so this is the height of the cylinder. So the height of the cylinder is double up, because height of the cylinder is the diameter of the sphere. Height of the cylinder is the diameter of the sphere, because these two center axes are present, and this line is the height of the cylinder as well as height of the diameter of the sphere. So height of the cylinder and the diameter of the sphere are equal, then it means h is equal to 2r. So the first part in which he wants the surface area of the sphere, we know it very well that surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square, and here we have the radius r as well. Second one is curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area of the cylinder is 2 pi r h. This is curved surface area of the cylinder, but we know the value of h. We will put the value here. then it is 4 pi r square, then it is 4 pi r square. Now the third part, find the ratio of the areas obtained in the first and the second part. So we have to take a ratio in first part as well as in the second part result obtained. So here we have 4 pi r square, in the second part also we have 4 pi r square, so the ratio is 1:1. So the answer is 1:1. So students, now this is your complete today's lecture. We discussed today about the volume. We have two different type of definition of volume, when the object is solid and the object is hollow. Then we discussed volume of the cube and the cuboid, and some questions of exercise 13.5 also, and then homework solutions of exercise 13.4 from lecture number 4. Now your homework, your maths homework. Write and learn all definitions and do questions of exercise 13.4 as well as 13.5 from your NCERT. 13.4 I already gave yesterday, only the remaining question, doubt questions, and now the today's new homework is 13.5 from your NCERT. Thank you. Have a nice day.